Reaction and support for President Biden has been mixed following the debate. Tonight, our chief political reporter John Croman takes a look at how the Minnesota DFL is reacting. John?
Hey, Julie, Minnesota's top Democrats concede the president had a lackluster debate performance, but most of them are still in the Biden camp as of tonight.
Look, we don't abandon our folks. I said we probably take a lesson from the Republicans. They won't abandon their folks on 34 felony charges.
Governor Tim Walz conceded President Biden's performance faltered at a moment when the optics around his age are drawing the focus of TV viewers and voters.
With everything we have to do with, look,
President Biden could have certainly have performed better, and President Trump could tell the truth once in a while.
The most biting Democratic response came from Congressman Betty McCollum. We cannot rely solely on President Biden's exemplary record of progress. He must prove that he is up to the job for the next 4 years. From Congresswoman Angie Craig, it was a terrible debate. Donald Trump lied every time he opened his mouth, and President Biden couldn't communicate effectively. Other top Democrats focused on the end game. From Senator Amy Klobuchar, President Biden has led our country with integrity, and voters know what is at stake. Senator Tina Smith, we fired Trump 4 years ago, and voters will reassert themselves in November to keep him as far away from power as possible. Ilhan Omar, I think the president will be successful, and we're going to make sure he does defeat this monster. And Attorney General Keith Ellison, I don't need a president to inspire me or entertain me. I need a president who's honest, not a racist or a crook.
Debate is not governing. A debate is campaigning, and certainly could have been a better night, but it still comes back to it. I've said this time and time again. I'll take a President Biden on his worst days over someone who I wouldn't have got a call from President Trump in a flood. I know that because I saw it happen.
That was a reference by the governor to a call that he had with President Biden earlier this week about the help Minnesota needs for floods. He said Biden seemed to be mentally aware and on top of things in that phone call. Now, the Democrat a lot of people wanted to hear from today was Congressman Dean Phillips, who mounted a primary challenge against President Biden based in large part on the need for younger leadership. Phillips told me today that for now, he's refraining from comment on the debate and the presidential race. Rena?
All right. Thank you, John.